of awe upon us, because this is just a tremendous feeling, not only of love but also of yira, of awe. So we're gathered here, your family, Roberta and David and Alan and Ruth and your siblings gathered around, and all your friends, your grandmothers. Say hi. And we also take a moment to reflect and to feel the presence and the blessing of all our relations who are not here, who have also meant so much to all of us, and who we also are. We also reflect. So let us take a moment just to remember them and honor them. We take this first cup of blessing, and I understand this Kiddush cup, which is very beautiful, is a Kiddush cup from your grandfather? Great-grandfather, Samuel Eli Lebo. And so as we say this bracha, we feel that blessing too, that this Kiddush cup has come through the centuries, come through time, come through the generations, and is present with this generation. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al ha'arayot ve'asa lanu et harusot v'yitir lanu et hanusuot lanu al yedei chuppah v'kiddushin. Baruch atah Adonai Mikadesh Amo Yisrael Al Yedei Chuppah V'Kiddushin. Amen. Before you offer the exchange of rings, I'd just like to say a few words. And some of the words really come from you, because these are the words from your Tanaim. You made certain declarations to each other, statements of understanding. But they're way beyond just statements of understanding. They're real expressions of love. And there are 32 of them. I don't know if you counted up how there are quite a few, 32, and I counted them only because there were so many. I said, oh, there must be some significance. They chose 32 Tanaim, and maybe it has something to do with the fact that 32 has something to do with the heart, with the lamed and the vet, with the lev and with the heart. See? Now you didn't plan it that way, did you? There it was. It just happens. And I'd like to mention just a few. One, your commitment to nurture and encourage each other's growth. Your desire to bring children into this world, to witness and guide their development from helpless infants to mature adults. To link yourselves with the Jewish past and help mold the Jewish future. To join your families together into one extended family. To constantly challenge each other intellectually and creatively. To share your thoughts, feelings, and experiences consistently. To support each other's aspirations and encourage each other's dreams, to learn about the world together through travel, study, and experience, to always treat each other with respect, together to improve the world, helping others to live with dignity, and to fill your home with music, books, artwork, Jewish symbols, good smells, laughter, and guests. Those are just a few. This is what you've created is wonderful. And you've gone way beyond the beyond. Hidur mitzvah is the embellishment, the enrichment of mitzvot, and both of you in your lives have done so much to not just take a mitzvah, and do it, but to go beyond the mitzvah, to strengthen the mitzvah. So I think we all feel very privileged to stand with you today to witness your marriage. You come from families that, that share. There's so much in common in your families. Love for learning, generosity of spirit, real zest for life. There's so many things that you share. Your love for the Jewish people, your love for humanity, and here you are, reflections of them, but also two very strong individuals, who already in your own lives have made a mark, and have touched other people, in wonderful ways. And you're so young, and I think we can all be very, very awed, and just very hopeful in the future that the two of you will bring to the rest of the Jewish community and the rest of this world. Can we have the rings, please? Thank you.
First person. Thank you.
Is this Estelle's ring that you placed?
Yes.
I'd like to mention that for the wedding ceremony, this is your mother's ring. That Grandma Estelle Matt, is we're going to be using her ring, and this ring will be used in the ceremony, right? As the wedding ring that Mark is placing on Sarah's hand, and saying these words to your bride, holding her hand in yours.
Hare at mikudeshet li v'tabat zo kedat Moshe Yisrael.
Okay, so that's great. And taking this ring and placing this ring on Mark's hand, on his finger.
Ve'erasticha li le'olam, ve'erasticha li b'tzedek u'b'mishpat u'b'chesed u'b'rachamim.
Great. So here we are at the peak of this mountain that you have climbed so well. So take a look at all your friends and family, some for perhaps new family. And we offer these words, Verastichli, in a music form. I betroth you to me forever. I betroth you to me with justice and equality, with love and understanding. Verastichli le'olam le'olam. Verastich li le'olam, verastich li le'olam, le'olam, verastich li le'olam, verastich li b'tzedek u'mishpat u'v'chesed u'vrachamim, verastich li b'tzedek u'mishpat ובחסד וברחמים ורסתיך לי באמונה באמונה ורסתיך לי באמונה ורסתיך לי באמונה באמונה ורסתיך לי באמונה וידעת את אדוני וידעת את אדוני, וידעת את אדוני, וידעת את אדוני. I think all of us witnessed the signing of the ketubah earlier. The ketubah, which is right here. And what I'd like to do is invite those who are offering the Sheva Brachot to please come forward. I'd like to call Jeremy Deutsch and Amy Zwas and Robert Cole, Jill Jacobs, Linda Claff, Mark Popowski, and Mara Benjamin. Do they have a microphone?
Yes, they do.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Wow. Just want to say to you guys that Mark and I have been through many sim classes together in our lives, from when we were in preschool all the way through camp and through Hebrew school and numerous other things. And I am just honored to be able to be here and share the simcha with you, and many more to come with you and Sarah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei b'ri hagafen. Amen.
I've been asked to bless people who seem to have everything, which reminds me of a story from the Talmud, where Rav Yitzchak asked Rav Nachman for a blessing. Rav Nachman said to Rav Yitzchak, "Let me tell you a paradox. There was once a man walking through the desert, and he was hungry and thirsty and tired. And he comes upon a tree, and the tree had pleasant shade. It had sweet fruits and a brook running just beneath it. So he sat under the shade and drank from the water, and he ate from the fruits. And when he was ready to go, he says to the tree, "How can I bless you? I would bless you with sweet fruits, but you have sweet fruits. I would bless you with water in you, but you have water in you. I would bless you with pleasant shade, but you have pleasant shade. Rather, I bless you that all the seedlings that come from you be just like you." Sarah, I would bless you, Sarah Mark. I would bless you with success, but you found so much success. I would bless you with wisdom, but you found so much wisdom. I'd bless you with happiness, but you found so much happiness. Rather, I bless you that all those that come from you be just like you. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shakol bara lichvayday.
Amen.
I'd like to take this occasion to give a very personal and heartfelt thanks from me to Mark and Sarah for being the two people more than anybody else for introducing me to Judaism as a meaningful part of my life. And my life wasn't complete before Judaism became a part of it, and now I can't imagine my life being complete without it or without Mark and Sarah. And I know that they're going to do an excellent job introducing Judaism to their children and to all the friends in their life. Baruch atah Adonai melech haolam hayotzer ha'adam.
Amen.
Sarah Mark, it's so appropriate that you're getting married right before Rosh Hashanah, the time when we renew and recreate ourselves. Because I think that what's really so special about the two of you is that you're always able to find newness and excitement in even the most ordinary of things. So my blessing for you as you enter a new year and a new life together in marriage is you always be able to find newness and excitement in everything. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher yatzar et adam b'tzalmo b'tzalmo v'tavnito v'hivkin lo b'minyan binyan ha'dayad Baruch atah Adonai yotzer ha'adam.
Amen.
I've known Mark for a long time, and I've always tried to imagine what the perfect match for Mark would be. Someone intelligent, caring, passionate about tikkun olam, strong, sweet, and wonderful. However, even if I tried to build her from scratch, to make sure that she was perfect for Mark in every way, Sarah would still exceed my I wish wish both of you many years of happiness, growth, and love. And I love you both very much. Relax. So תסיס ותגל הכרה בקיבוץ בעליה לתוכה ושמחה ברוך אתה אדוני ושמח ציון בבניה.
As far as I know, I believe I am the only person in the world with the distinction of having lived at different times both with Mark and with Sarah. And I learned, as you can imagine, I learned a lot from living with both of them. And I would love to share all those things with you, but I'm just going to share one thing that each one of them has taught me about in their own special way. Now, in the blessing that I'm about to read, we're going to look back to Adam and Eve in Gan Eden, in the Garden of Eden, and wish them the happiness and love and peace that they shared then. And in the next blessing to follow, we're going to look ahead in the future to a time when all Jews are reunited in Yerushalayim, and we're going to wish them that happiness and joy as well. But in these last two blessings, something of course is missing, and that's the present. And that is exactly what Mark and Sarah have taught me so much about. Mark has, as anyone who knows him knows, has an incredible way to appreciate the present and to appreciate all the beautiful things in our life around us every day that I think sometimes I know I certainly overlook a lot. And Sarah has taught me something a little bit different about Sarah has an amazing way to see opportunity in the present and to get things done in the present. And you know, Sarah, like many people, has an ability to look at something and think about how it could be better. But unlike most people, she always has the strength and creativity and confidence and courage and wisdom to go ahead and do something about it immediately. I've never heard Sarah say, no, it would be better to do that later. Sarah always gets things done in the present. So as we're about to wish them and bless them with the happiness of the past and of the future, we're very lucky because by being together, they're blessing us with some beautiful ways to live in the present. Sameach tisamakrim ha'ahuvim, kisameach ha'yitzurcha, began eden yikedem, baruch atah Adonai, misameach atan v'chala.
Amen.
They're incredible friends.
Yeah, really.
Becoming a part of Sarah and Mark's lives has been one of the highlights of my past year at Stanford. 1 year ago, Sarah and Mark moved to California together, and in doing so, took a significant step in building a common life and common community. I feel privileged to have been present as they embarked on the challenges and joys inherent in this step, to learn from the grace and care with which they have treated each other throughout this year of engagement in the faraway and sometimes lonely country of Northern California. It's a particular pleasure for me now to recite the seventh blessing, because for me, Sarah and Mark's warmth, generosity, and love teach us what the jubilance of this blessing is all about. A rejoicing in one another and the blessing of each other's companionship, so strong and steadfast that it extends from them outward, touches all who encounter them, and contributes palpably to the redemption of our people and the world. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bara sason v'simcha, chatan v'kala, gila rina ditza v'cheva, ahava v'achava, v'shalom v'chayut, meherad Eloheinu, Yishama bar Yehuda, ובחוצות ירושלים, כל ששון, כל חתן וכל כלה, כל מצוות חתנים מחופתם, ונערים ומשתה נגינתם, ברוך אתה אדוני, משמח חתנים הכלה.
Would you take a sip? And then share with your bride? Ashibara sason v'simcha chatan v'kala, Ashibara sason v'simcha chatan v'kala, גילה רינה דיצה וחדווה אהבה ואחווה שלום ורעות גילה רינה דיצה וחדווה אהבה ואחווה שלום ורעות אשבר ששון ושמחה חתן וכלה אשבר ששון ושמחה חתן וכלה גילה רינה דיצה וחדווה אהבה ואחווה שלום ורעות גילה רינה דיצה וחדווה אהבה אחווה שלום ורעות. This old tradition here, shattering this glass, and Mark can't wait. And they've selected a own interpretation that I'd like to share with everyone. This is the happiest of times for them and their families, and their wonderful friends too. And but there's a reminder here when we shattered this glass that the world is not perfect. There's a lot of work to be done. And so by shattering this glass, we're also making a commitment to do the work of Tikkun Olam and to do the repair that's necessary for this world. So it's a great pleasure for me on many, many levels. One, because I've known you since you were a young girl, and I've known you since before your bat mitzvah, and when you taught in our Sunday school, and when you joined us for some of the simchas that the Farbrengen fiddlers played with. And I know that you've chosen someone who is a wonderful companion, a wonderful mate for you, someone who reflects also the highest of the highs. And Mark, are you ready for this? Okay. Whoa, this is... Whoa, watch out. Whoa, how's that? Simcha mazel tov, ya la la, ya la la la. Oh, simcha mazel tov, oh, simcha mazel tov, oh, simcha mazel tov, ya la la, ya la la. Simcha mazel tov, oh, simcha mazel tov, ya la la, ya la la la.